Hi guys, for today's PickACrystal, we're going to be discussing your inner child and what your inner child wants you to know at this time. Sometimes I'll ask Spirit, like, what should I discuss? Like, what, does the collective need to hear at this time? And I felt like what was coming through was your guys's inner child. And when I say your guys's, obviously, like, I'm included in that. So I feel like at this time it's important. Maybe it has something to do with Chiron and where Chiron is located at this time in the cosmos. But yeah, I feel like there's something going on with that. And, I feel like there's something about our inner child that wants to speak to us and has something to say. So with that being said, if you guys feel like this crystal resonates with you, feel free to fast forward by clicking the link below to pile 1. I feel like Oceana's fur ball got there. Sorry. And then we have this beautiful crystal. I really like this one. If you guys feel like you resonate with this crystal, feel free to fast forward to the link below to pile 2. Alright. Okay, I'm going to move to have a pile 1. What does your inner child... Oh my God. Kylo, every time, without fail, go lay down right now. Go lay down. It should not be this hot this early. Like, this is a problem. This is a problem. Okay. All right. So let's see. Do I want to start off with tarot? I think I want to start off with tarot. Pile 1. What does your inner child want you to know at this time? What does pile 1's inner child want them to know at this time? So I'm channeling right now and I'm seeing something. I'm getting intuition. I feel like your inner child is telling you, like, there's something you're not able to let go of. Like, there's something, a dream you guys have. I feel like there's something about, so your inner child is showing me your tonsils. Something about speaking. It's like the way they're showing it is like you guys are, you know how, like, if you think about tonsils, it kind of looks, like one way of putting it is like a bat hanging in a cave. Like, I never thought of it like that, but this is kind of like how they're showing it. But like, you guys are the bat. Like, like you guys can't let go of something that you want to express, but your inner child wants you to let it go. Like I'm seeing your hands open up. So it's almost as if like you have the option to either express how you feel or you have to let it go. Stop it. Let's look at the cards. Oh, the card. Yeah, this, oh, that's so crazy. This is what I was seeing. It looked like a bouquet of flowers was being thrown in the sky, but not being thrown, but being let go, kind of like this energy. Page of Swords. Yeah, in reverse. So, Page of Swords in tarot is this energy of, I mean, I'm always going to say this in all my readings. These cards take on many messages. It's not just one size fits all. It depends on what the reader is channeling. So, you know, we're asking, you know, what does your inner child want you to know at this time? And we're expressing that your inner child wants you to let something go. There's something that you're holding on to. Something you want to express. I said I was seeing like a bat hanging in a cave, but it turned into that after it was tonsils. It was supposed to be your tonsils. And what I'm seeing here, and I don't know if you guys are going to see it, this was supposed to be the tonsils. And this was supposed to be like the roof of your guys' mouth. So Page of Swords in tarot is page always represents messages. Swords represents air. So that could be like Libra energy, Gemini energy, Aquarius energy. If I have to tell you one more time, Oceana. And what I was seeing in the very beginning of the vision was you looking out this window and you're holding on to something. And you do this and you have your hands together. And I'm seeing two people, and then it turns into, I feel like a ball or something like that. And then this is when the ball, stop, turns into almost like a cave, and that's when we go into your mouth. And that's when we see your tonsils. Page of Swords can be looked at as messages, possibly spying. And so I'm telling you guys that it's like, it's either, you guys can either speak or let this go. And it's coming through in reverse. And what I was seeing was in the very end, before I opened my eyes, was something like this. It looked like a bouquet of flowers, being literally just like the energy of this girl. Like, but it's almost as if she just releases it and it goes into the cosmos. So it's like you can either speak your truth or just let it go altogether. Whatever this is. But I'm seeing that it's like a burden because I keep seeing darkness. Not like heavy darkness, because it's like you're looking out this window, but you're holding on to something that's like you're not doing anything with. It's kind of like clothes that you don't wear but sits in your closet, and you know deep down you're never going to wear it, but you still hold on to it and you don't let it go, but you know you should just give it away to somebody who will use it. It's kind of like that, because I'm seeing you just like this girl. You're looking at it. So you're giving it attention, you're giving it energy. And I feel like that's why your inner child is telling you either do something about it or just let it go. Okay, let's pull some clarifiers here. Why is Page of Swords here? Oh, are these all in reverse? Sorry. Trust. Ooh, I like how the colors match. I think a solar plexus. Allow me, divine, to... Oh my God, I told you. I said I saw the hands. Your hands. That's so crazy. Trust. Allow me, divine, to give you my deepest longings, trusting you to know exactly how to handle them. I feel like your inner child is saying, like, to let it go. Like, to give it to spirit to handle for you. I feel like it's kind of like, even if you guys aren't religious, it's like why those religious people, you overhear them saying like, oh, I just gave it to God. Because when something's too much, or if something like clogs the brain, the mind, it's like it's too much. You see, worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. It just keeps you in a repetitive cycle. It keeps you in a loop, and it doesn't get you anywhere. It just keeps you focusing on the same thing, and it's like what's coming through is it's not doing anything for you, so why pay it any attention? But if you don't feel like, let's just say you're strong enough, or if the word strong isn't the right word, it's just like, if you feel like there's something outside of you that's happening, you know, which honestly could be very possible with all the transits that are going on in the cosmos right now, like, then give it to something higher than you. I really believe in that. If you guys believe in signs and synchronicities, then you guys should ask whatever this is to help you out with this, to release this from you. Why is Page of Swords here? Prosperity. The universe is pouring its abundance onto you. Be open to receiving. Oh my God, why did I say that? I said that's so New York. Be open to receiving. Guys, just be open to receiving, okay? Okay, I don't even know where that was. I went too far. Anyway, be open to receiving. I almost feel like it's a sign right here with this card that it's like if you ask help from spirit, again, whatever words you guys want to use, you'll get that. Like what to do about the situation. Because, you know, here's the thing, like I think about it this way, whatever this is, you know, you guys either may think it's not that big of a deal or maybe it is a big deal, right? Like when you look at your apartment or your house, like is it clean and organized? Is it cluttered? I always feel like these things are kind of an example of where you guys are at mentally. And sometimes we don't even, it makes sense for us to not really realize or think of it like that. But if you take a step back and like your place is cluttered or disorganized, or you're forgetting things, or maybe you're not a forgetful person, but there's other like important things that you're forgetful about. Well, you know, I feel like that's your soul speaking to you, and it's telling you like where you're at mentally, like what's taking up your mind, what's taking up space, and does it deserve space? Like things like that. When I think of things like that, it really gets me in gear. It really does. I'm like, wait a minute. No, like I'm in charge of my life. Like no, I don't think so. This isn't happening. You know, because when you think of it like that, because when sometimes we don't realize how much our thoughts take a hold of us or have a ripple effect. How much we don't realize we're not present in the conversations we're having with other people. Or maybe we're not manifesting the way we normally do, or maybe we don't have as much confidence as we do. Like, whatever your own story is, like, was it always like that? Or is it whatever is like in your hand? You may be giving too much focus to this. And what is it accomplishing? All right, I'm going to channel this a little bit more and see if anything else wants to come through for you guys. Actually, you know what? I'll pull some more tarot. I'm not going to pull clarifiers, but I'll pull some tarot. What does Pile 1's inner child want Pile 1 to know at this time? Okay, I'm seeing this windowsill. And if I didn't say that before, this is like the scene, like where it's all happening, where it's like you guys are leaning over this windowsill. Kind of like looking at the sky, but then it's like you're holding on to something, and then you're looking at your hand. What does your inner child want you to know at this time? I'm seeing something on your shoulder. Oh, I feel like you guys are praying. So obviously, like, if you guys aren't religious, like, this is all just symbolism. What does your inner child want you to know at this time? I feel like in this room where this windowsill is, it's like you guys are in the dark, but the windowsill is lit up. And I feel like I'm also seeing another version of yourself on the other side of the windowsill, lit up. So it's almost like, have faith. With what's on the other side. I felt like you were reading something too. Even when you may have moments where you feel like you fall or you take a few steps back. But it's intentional, because what I'm seeing is, it's like I was seeing your like your light. It's like your shadow was looking at your light, but now it's different now. Your light disappeared, and now it's just your shadow looking at your shadow. I feel like, and I almost feel like I thought I saw the number 8 before on the windowsill, ever so lightly. I feel like what's happening right now is it's intentional for you to see your shadow at times. This may somehow move you to, I'm gonna open my eyes. I don't want to say like have more faith. It's like whatever belief system you guys have, but motivation within yourself, confidence in yourself. So maybe you guys get down on yourself. But then it's like, it's intentional, because when you have these shadow moments, it encourages you, I feel like, to do better. 4 of Wands in reverse. This is that 1111 card. Yeah, it was you looking at you. I felt like it was like, I think you have these moments where the best way I can say it is ascending. Like, like maybe you're having these good moments, but then you don't have such good moments. But I mean, I feel like that's part of life, right? Yeah. Ace of Pentacles. Oh, this was your hands coming together. I felt like you were reading something. And you were praying. So Ace of Pentacles, like, one way of looking at it is you're getting like a pentacle, like almost like grounding energy. I think there may be at this time what your inner child's trying to tell you is to ground yourself. Be more grounding in this energy, in regards to seeing your light and having more faith in yourself and more confidence. Like you're capable. So Wands is also fire and Pentacles is earth. And I feel like what brings out our shadow is usually fire energy and water energy because of that passion and the temper. And then the water aspect is the overly emotional to the point where it's like our senses are out of whack. We're not able to see clearly or think clearly. Oh, that's interesting. I just realized too. So 4 is looked at as stability. And again, Ace of Pentacles is coming in reverse. So there's definitely like this ungrounding energy that's going on in regards to your light and your shadow. And it's like, it's intentional for you to see, look, the star. Like, have faith in yourself. I feel like when we see our shadow, so up close, like when we do things that we're not proud of, it makes us feel bad about ourselves in some kind of way, and it makes us want to do better, and then something can trigger us again, and then it's like we act out. I mean, it's all trial and error, right? Practice makes perfect. Oh my God. Shadow, light, the Chariot. So what's interesting is, and I don't know if they talk about this, but I just feel like this is how I'm looking at it right now. Oh, Page of Cups, bottom of the deck. This is like, so Page is messages and Cups is water. So it's like looked at as romantic messages, sweet messages. I feel like this is from your inner child. So the Chariot is looked at as Cancer energy, okay? And what rules the Chariot is the moon. And this is interesting. So the goddess of the moon, I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong, is, I believe it's just like this crystal. What is this? How is this pronounced? Selene or Selenite? Oh my God. Don't make fun of me. Selenite? Selenite. I believe that's how you pronounce the moon goddess. So it was believed in Greek mythology that she would ride on the chariot in the sky. I forgot what drove her to do it. But anyway, I'm thinking of the fact that I'm seeing you with your hands together. You're looking up at the cosmos, and it's like I feel like your inner child is telling you to move towards this energy of intuitively knowing that you're more than capable of balancing your shadow and light. Because the moon is all about intuition, right? And being in touch with our divine feminine energy, our water energy, and balancing it. When our divine masculine, divine feminine energy is in balance, it's usually stemming from emotions out of whack. Being really angry, being really sad, and then it just like gets in our mind, and then we're just in overdrive. So anyway, guys, that's what I got for you. And I would highly suggest, because it really does happen, if you guys feel like this isn't changing and this is like something you're having difficulty letting go and it's not doing anything for you, or whatever this may be, I would really call on your spirit guides, or even like your ancestors, you know, your deceased loved ones, because those are the ones who know you best, right? Like spirit guides, I love them because they're so powerful and they're always helping. But ancestors do that as well, and they always come through. And you know, something to keep in mind is, you know, the North Node. I'm always going to go back to that because we're all feeling these energies on some type of level. The North Node being in Taurus and the South Node being in Scorpio. Like we're intentionally being made to feel these specific energies because it's forcing us to get to where we need to go. So some energies may be lingering a little longer to make you guys to think, to get you guys to think. All right, so I hope that helped. I hope that resonated. All right, bye guys. Okay, hi Pile 2. All right, so let's see. What does your inner child want you guys to know at this time? What does your inner child want to say to you guys? I'm going to start channeling, okay? What does your inner child want you guys to know at this time? So I'm seeing rows of teeth, like tons of rows of teeth. When I say that, I mean kind of like the outline of your bottom jaw and the outline of your top jaw. Hopefully that makes sense. And it's almost like a bunch of people's mouths, but just their teeth. And I saw somebody covering up one tooth. And now what I'm seeing is somebody working on each tooth. it's almost as if, I feel like the message is like, there, like your inner child wants you to know there doesn't have to be this front. Like everything doesn't have to be perfect. You can speak more on a deeper level, more on a intuitive level. What I mean by that is you can be more open. Like it's safe for you to be open. You may feel like you have to speak a certain way, like have this type of, I want to say like a clean act. Hopefully that makes sense. But you can like let loose. I'm getting this energy of being more free with how you speak. Like that's what your inner child wants you to know at this time. So you may watch the things you say, you may speak a specific type of way, but it may not be really, I want to say authentically yourself. Like you may feel like there's another side to you that's really you. Okay, let's see what the card is, and then I'm going to pull clarifiers. Temperance in reverse. Yeah, so, okay. So this card can take on, obviously, several different meanings, but right away I think of an imbalance when it's in reverse. So this is exactly what I was seeing. You see the light and the dark, the sun and the moon? I was seeing your teeth as the sun and you trying to cover the moon within your teeth. Like you may you may want to speak on a deeper level with people. You may naturally speak intuitively. Or just like when you think of moon energy or Cancer energy, it's deep, it's intuitive, it feels. But like what I was getting was proper, clean cut, orderly. You know, I feel like Virgo energy, and I love Virgo energy, and that's not a diss at all. But if that doesn't resonate with your soul or your heart, then there's an imbalance. Like there's a way to balance the two if you feel like you are speaking from your heart currently, but that's not what I was seeing. I was seeing you guys hide a big piece of who you guys are, and it's in regards to how you speak. And if you guys can see, he has a tattoo of the sun on his arm right above the moon. So when you think of the sun, this is like the energy. This is passion. This is something that I feel like if you guys were to speak from a place of this energy, it would give you that solar energy. It's almost as if you guys are feeling like you have to speak a kind of way. But I feel like your inner child is telling you like you're safe. You can speak. how you really truly want to speak to people. Forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. So I never take these cards at face value. Sometimes I feel like there's another message within the cards itself. So what I'm seeing here based off of what I was channeling was blocking the flow of love. I feel like you guys block yourselves from how you speak, and this could stem because we're talking about your inner child, right? Maybe growing up you guys were told that this was not okay. I know that there's what is the phrase, indigo children? I think that's it. Children who speak like a very sensitive type of way, or emotional type of way, intuitive type of way. And this can upset adults because sometimes these children are touching on things that either the adult themselves have not touched upon within themselves, or it's like it's touching home and it's like it's hitting home and it's like, okay, you need to stop, and it gets shut down as a child. So therefore you guys could be blocking this and not even knowing it. What does your inner child want you to know? Green Tara, start delegating. Ask others, including me, to help you instead of trying to do everything by yourself. So, okay, what I'm picking up on is you guys may not notice that this is something you do, that you guys hold yourselves back verbally, or you guys may not know even where to begin because you've been doing it for so long. So my advice to you guys would be this. If this resonates with you so far and this feels like it's your reading, I would think, how do you guys talk when you guys are with your friends? How do you guys talk to the people that you feel most comfortable with? How do you talk in private to yourself? Does that look different to most people? Because, like, here's the thing, like, let's not get too crazy with this. I truly believe that we're all different in regards to how we act in public versus the home life. I don't think there should be, like, an extreme difference. But obviously, like, it's kind of like what they say when you're dating someone, you should live with them first before you marry them. 100%. 100%. It's kind of like that. It's like, there shouldn't be like these extreme differences, but there is an extreme difference between the moon and the sun. What it does and what it offers us, right? Energetic wise. And it's almost as if, like, when we don't honor our natal chart in astrology, when we don't offer the energy that our soul signed up for in this life to do, it's a disservice to us. So when we're not honoring our soul contract, energies are not going to align with other people. So it may feel extremely uncomfortable for us to get into those energies. They most likely feel, not all the time, but uncomfortable because they're unfamiliar. But that's part of the journey, the path. Like, that's what makes it, you know, I don't want to keep using the word not easy, but, like, it's supposed to be fun. Life is supposed to be what you make it. And it's like we intentionally sign up for something new because then life would be boring if you really think about it. Like, but I think sometimes we get into this energy of, why is this happening to me? Blah, blah, blah. It's like we signed up for it. We just don't remember it. Oh, I forgot I had this dream last night. I have to write that down. Ooh, sorry, guys. I'm going to do Mars and Gemini kicking in. I saw this woman Hold on. She, so I'm talking about like how we signed up for this life and we just don't remember it, right? So I saw this woman and she had scars on her back. And before she was reincarnated, I saw these scars on her back, and then she was kicked down to earth. But she can't see her own back. So she can't see her own past scars. So therefore she can't remember, but she feels them because it was like her scars were so deep in her back. And I feel like it's symbolic of what happens when we're reincarnated in each life. The pain still holds true. We just don't understand it until we heal it. And it's like we want to heal it every time we come back here. It kind of makes sense, but it's like the tricky part is we just don't remember it. But I guarantee you every time we go back up there, we're like, oh, we forgot again? How could we forgot? Did we not send the numbers 333? Anyway, that's just my take on it. But all right, so let's get back to your reading. Sorry. Individuality. Birds represent messages, okay? So this is verbal. This is all verbal. What's coming through. Every person has their own personalized study plan in this earth school. You may feel that you won't be accepted if you honor who you truly are. You may feel like, I'm trying to, let me just channel before I give my 2 cents. What does pile 2's inner child want them to know? So I'm seeing this triangle, right? Seeing this, and then I see another triangle connected to the top of it, but backwards. Sorry, hopefully you guys are seeing because my eyes are still closed. I'm still channeling. So it's like a higher consciousness and a lower consciousness connected. I feel like the message is, again, connected to how you guys speak. You guys believe you have to speak a certain way on your journey because I'm seeing this path of light, but then it turns to dark because it's like you're blocking your own blessings by believing something that's not true. I feel like I'm either seeing Red Robin Hood right now or that boy from E.T. with the red hood on. Either way, the symbolism's still there. Symbolically speaking, it's this child, right? That's alone and on a journey, or, you know, however you want to phrase it, like doing something on a mission by themselves, trying to figure something out by themselves. You know, just like Red Robin Hood, she's in the woods. Is this bed too big? Is this too small? And then the wolf is there, right? Something like that. And then E.T., I don't really remember it too well, but how did he meet the freaking alien? Like, where were the parents? Where were the parents? He's clearly by himself at some point in the movie, right? With that bike. I remember the bike, and I remember his red sweatshirt. I think it was red. Anyway, doesn't matter. The kid is alone. So it's symbolic of you guys trying to figure out something on your own. And it's like, you may have had to do this on your own and you thought this was the right decision to make early on in life. And maybe it was. Maybe this helped you. But what this can do too is create resentment because again, when you don't honor your actual true energy, people will get I'm gonna open my eyes. People will get confused by you. And you know why? Because whether you realize you're honoring your true self or not, right? Let's just say this is your energy and this is resonating with you so far. It doesn't matter whether you know about this energy or you forgot about this energy. Because if this is way back when, let's say this was a decision you made as a child, and you decided you had to do this in order to survive or to fit in, or because you were told that this doesn't belong, so you had to choose this because this is what fits in. Okay, let's just say that's what it is. This is what is balanced in the world. So you forgot about this. So this is who you became. That doesn't mean that this is going to be honored in your actual life. You're probably still going to have problems with people because this is actually what is honoring your energy. This is what aligns with people because this energy is in your soul. It's just like law of attraction. If you don't align with who you are, people are going to mistake you for something you're not. And it's true because you're being something you're not. Whether it's intentional or not, whether it's a misunderstanding or not, it doesn't matter. That's the point of the journey. The path is for you to remember and to get back on the right path, the journey. So therefore, you may even be harboring resentments that you don't even know about or remember from childhood because of what you were told about yourself. You may not even remember these conversations. This is why hypnosis exists, by the way, because of shit like this. I just want to make it clear. So how can you heal yourself, or how can you get back on the right path if you're feeling some kind of way? And I'm going to say you probably are if you're watching tarot or if you're watching this video. And that's not a dig. It's all about healing. I would say, again, think back to the conversations with people that you absolutely love. Think about your best friends that you feel comfortable, that you could tell all your secrets to. If you're super close to your parents or a cousin or a family member or a boyfriend or a girlfriend, whatever your situation is, how do you act? Because I'll tell you guys how I act. I act like a child, and I don't mean like a bad child. I mean like I know what I bring now. Like I bring out people's passion. Like I'm like, what do you want to do today? And like, not when I'm aligned with people that are meant for me, I'm not going to be annoying. Like I've been with people that just consider me straight up fucking annoying. And it's like, that makes sense. That makes sense. Like, but when I'm aligned with people who like we're meant to flow with each other, this excites them. And like, we do things together, and like, they want to do things with me and I want to do things with them. And I talk like a child. I get excited. I'm like, oh my God, I just thought of this. Or did you hear about this? Oh my God. Like, I talk like that. And I'm an adult. I'm a full grown adult, yet I talk like a teenager sometimes. And they don't judge me for this. They know I'm a very smart, well-educated woman. And the reason I act the way I do is because I feel so unbelievably safe and comfortable. Because I know these people aren't truly judging me. When I say truly, I mean they actually understand my energy. They know I'm not stupid. They don't think I'm dumb. They know my heart is pure. My intentions are good. So that's like a really good place to start, I feel like. All right. But when you start honoring the energy that's in your natal chart in astrology on astro.com, even if that stuff doesn't resonate with you, you're going to see a difference around the people, like the people and how they treat you. You are. You just are. Because energy doesn't lie. I was getting my hair done, and I've always known that like my hairdresser, she like, not that she doesn't like me, she just thinks that like, she's just definitely one of those chicks that thinks I think I know more, and that like, that I like attention. And it's like, that's not my personality at all. But there's a lot of people who do think that, and that's in my chart, that people will think that I'm like that. But if you continue looking at my chart, it's like, that's not true. But this is what people will think. So I've been knowing this, but I've been like ignoring it. Because that's her issue. It's not my issue. So anyway, so I saw her recently, and she'll say things in ways where she thinks like she's slick, where she'll make comments. Like she'll refer to a story about her friend that low key, it's her friend that reminds her of me. And then she'll tell me what she really thinks of her friend, which isn't positive things. So that way it's like she's really telling me what she thinks of me. So like she was telling me how like, yeah, my friend is spiritual and like she thinks she just connects with everybody. And it's like, okay, I know what you're doing. Like, I know what you're like thinking you're doing and getting away with, but you're really not. And I'm not going to call you out because I just think it's a low blow. But she thinks she's smart like that. So it's like, okay, if she feels like she has to do things like that to feel better, then whatever. So I had to see her recently because this is what she did last time. Meanwhile, it's like I tip well, I treat her well, and I've done nothing to her. It's just my personality clearly bugs her. So I said to myself, my personality bothers her. I'm going to stay quiet. It's just as simple as that until I'm going to take the time and effort to go find a new hairstylist, which I didn't. So I saw her this time and I was more quiet, and other people started talking to me at the hair salon. And so of course I'm going to be myself, and I was talking and my personality was coming out, and I could tell she was just bothered. And the second she could say something, just to say something, she, within a second, and I felt it coming, and I was like, I am literally never coming back to this place again. Never coming back, because our energies just don't align. That's another thing. You guys could be around people who just don't like your energy. And that doesn't mean anything is wrong with you. Literally. It's just the way the world works. And that's all intentional because it's meant to make you stronger as a person. It's made to make you more confident as a person. Because what else are you going to do with energy like that? Like, feel bad about yourself? Change who you are for someone who doesn't give a shit about you? Like, seriously. So it brings me back to your reading about possibly speaking in a way that may not be authentic or be who you really are. It's like, well, where does that stem from, and why do we do things like that? Isn't it really just to appease other people? And it's like, for what? Because I guarantee you those people, they don't do it for other people, but yet they're not self-aware enough to realize that most people don't, I don't want to say don't like them or don't like certain patterns about themselves, but it's like, it's just not worth it. To change yourself is not worth it. And once you realize who you are, I feel like there's just no going back to that. And it's worth all the time and effort to get to know who you really are, and to get to know yourself a little better. Okay? So I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. All right, bye guys.